Hello, everybody. I so apologize for not posting last week. If you can't tell from my voice, I was very sick, and now I've got the leftovers of that sickness in. So I apologize if I cough. It's just the nature of the beast, I guess. So I decided this week to pull out a stencil for mandalas. And this was the only one that kind of really grabbed my attention. It had some awesome lines to crisscross and would allow me to pull out a couple different colors. I pulled out 3 different color shifting paints that I have, as well as just my go-to metallic blue, which I love so much. So here I am just connecting dots. I am letting things overlay, trying to decide what's going to go over the top, what's going to set down underneath, which lines are going to overlap which way. And excuse me. This was an awfully fun, it was an awfully quick one to do. I think it took me less than an hour to put together, but I really enjoyed it. It gave me some good practice. I haven't actually done a mandala since that first one I tried, and so I was excited to try this, especially just because of the pre-printed pattern that I could do. And so, sorry, my camera stopped right there, and luckily I caught it in time so that I didn't make it through most of my mandala before I had, anyways. Sorry, my brain. So I am just putting tiny little dots around the circle. This is something I really need to practice on. Sometimes it looks great and sometimes it does not. And so this was a time where it looked pretty good. I wasn't mad at myself, let's put it that way. So I'm going to now just put in my paints, my paint colors, as well as some thinner. I was thinking about putting that color shifting purple to pink around the star, but then decided not to. This particular color, the green to gold, ended up putting too much in there. The lid broke off, and so it's got, dried up inside the nozzle part, so you have to do it the other, from the big part, and it just dumped too much in there. So, but I'm adding a thinner to it so that it doesn't dry too quickly, and so that it's not too clumpy when I want to put my dots down. So I opted to do I think it's a peacock color for the star. This is, yeah, there we go. Now you can see it. And this was actually quite fun to do. I enjoyed having the lines there to guide me along the way, and it was more about just trying to figure out spacing than anything. But once you've done one, all of the others kind of just fell into place, which was really cool. So I'm using one of those. On the other side of this black card is that very first mandala I tried to do on my own. And so I decided to use the back of it to do this one. So we're just getting the star finished up here, and we're going to switch. Now I'm going to use my 3 different color shifting paints to do the ellipses, and I'm using the blue, as you can see, the blue stencil, the big side of it. I don't know what the measurements are on there, but just following along the lines, and again following along where I decided to have it overlap or go underneath. And so you can see it's just dot by dot. So for anybody that's wondering, we did drop off my son at the hotel, and he is officially at boot camp, at basic training, and we got to hear from him for the first time this last week. He got to both write a letter and to call, and that was difficult. I'm not gonna lie. He sounds broken, and I know that that's their job there, to kind of break you down, but he's one of those individuals that just wants to do the very best in everything that he does, and is super great about following orders and directions. And so to hear him sound so down and out, it just broke my heart. And I'm hoping that talking to us really lifted his spirits, hopefully, and did him some good. It was funny, though, because he's been sick. He said that, with them getting their vaccinations all at the same time, that everybody was sick at the time, and so he's coughing at us, and we're coughing at him. But it was wonderful to talk to him, and hopefully that will be a once-a-week thing until he graduates. And we are just super excited because we have booked the hotels. We are renting a van to drive out there, and we are going to be able to make it to his graduation. And I think knowing that we're coming really lifted his spirits. And so, hopefully we can just still be there for him. So that's right, anything for the baby boy. So I'm just finishing up with the third color, and then there are a couple of designs up at the very top. So this is where I pulled in the peacock blue again for the circles, and then for the ovals, I just opted to do whatever color was not right next to it. And so, like, if the green was the very bottom part, then the green is the one I would put in the oval. If it was the color shifting blue to purple, then I made sure that was the one that was at the bottom. But in any case, it's about done, and I'm really excited with how it turned out. I hope that you enjoyed it too. And hopefully next week I will feel much better. So have a great week and make it a great day, everybody.